Alright, so today I'm just going to show you something real quick. I went ahead and reinstalled the whole Open Media Vault. I did a clean install because the old one wasn't updating and they changed some stuff, and because I changed the motherboard, there were some other errors that I was getting. It just saw a bunch of stuff, so I decided to just go back to a clean slate. I was able to save the old RAID, and I'm just going to bring it back here. So that's what I want to show you today, basically. So as you can see, I have my three big drives right here. So these are the three individual drives that I have. So this is the RAID, this is the 10 terabyte drive, and I have a 500 gigabyte drive. These two are pretty much just standalone drives that I have. And basically what I want to show you is that when you first install the Open Media Vault, a couple of things are going to happen. So let me go to the C. Let me start over. Let's see what I want to show you here. So we're going to have SMB, but you're going to have no shares, obviously, because nothing has been set up. And I added the FTP, that was already on here, and that one I think it was on here, I forget. I added the SMTP. And let me see, for the storage, so you're going to have your disk, your smarts, your file system, and your share folder. So this is what I want to show you. Once you bring everything back, you have absolutely nothing here. They did change the RAID system, not the system, they just took the MDM, I guess, is what I read a little bit about. So you have to bring it back in here in order to see your RAID 5. And I was able to look at them even without putting this on here, and let me show you where I got that from. So that's just one of the plugins. So basically I like to install the OMV, the antivirus plugin. And then here is an FTP. I just wanted to look at this one. So here is what they call Open Media Vault Linux MD Multiple Device Plugin. That's the one you need to get the RAID to show up on here. So it's just a little different on the naming convention, basically, but it's right here. You can see it. As soon as I put the plugin, then I was able to see this, and then it shows you which drives you have as a RAID. But what I want to focus on basically is getting back my share folders so that we can actually use the system. But let me see here. So we got, and let me go back here. So you have services, and before you can use the SMB, the same thing, the shares here, you have to set all that back up. And we have to start with the storage, basically. So I want to go back to the share folders. We're not going to do file system. That just shows you the three drives again. So that's already mounted. I had to mount the existing system right here. And all you do is just choose each one, and it comes back online, as you see there. So what I need to do now is bring back all the share folders. Now, I did take a picture or a screenshot of all the folders, and I have them written down somewhere. But the good thing about Open Media Vault is that if you don't have it on here, you can basically, it'll tell you what folder do you want to bring. But obviously, if you don't remember, you just got to remember which one's your RAID system and your other drives, however you have them set up, obviously. So on mine is MD127. So we're going to choose that. Now, in order to know which folders I need to bring back before I can use them, if you don't remember, you can actually just click here, Browse Directory, and look at that. All those different folders are right here, so you can start just, in this case, I can just go back to my, let's start with the backup. So we're gonna go with backup here. First one's a backup. Choose that, and then we can go back and name it here, backup, because you need that name. And then everything else we're gonna leave alone. Read, write, users, read, write, others, read only. So that's for the administrators. So we're just gonna do that, save it, and it's gonna give me a pop-up in order to apply the change. But before I do that, I want to keep doing that for every folder, because we want to bring back whatever we need to get. So that's the folder. We don't need to go any further, so we'll choose that, and that would be data. It's just what I called it, nothing specific when I set them up. So we're gonna go with, let's see, data and data, make sure they're the same. Then I think that's all of them, minus the lost and found. Obviously I'm putting all of them here because I kind of want to see what's in there, so whether I need to delete something or not. Okay, so we'll cancel that, and then let's see, which was that? Cancel this one. No. Okay, take effect, apply, yes. I didn't want to cancel there because I don't know if it's going to cancel all of them or just this one. Let's cancel that one. Alright, so here we go. I got all the share folders on here. So 15. Now let's go back to, we're done with storage. So now I have to go back to services. And that would be SMD. Settings, it is enabled. Let's do the shares. So now you're able to do the shares on here. All right, share folder. So there you go. Back up on RAID. Everything's on RAID. Yep, correct. Should be on RAID because that's all I've been using on there, even though it's almost full. Wait, this NAS one is kind of throwing me off a little bit. I'm going to start with backup. I don't know what that NAS is. I don't remember making a NAS folder, but let's keep going. Current file, comment. This is a text field that is seen next to share when the client queries the server. Here, public, no, this is a text field. Okay, I'm not putting anything. Browsable. Controls whether to share is in this available. Okay. .file. So I'm just gonna leave it at the default for now, and then I can come back and change this. So for the purpose of this video, we want to keep it as short as possible. I'm already at 17 minutes, but as you can see, back up. Let me do another one. Data. Let's go down to save. Finally done. So this is where you want to be careful how you name your folders and why you back up, because if you have a lot, then it gets to be quite a bit. But if you have everything in just a couple of folders, then it's going to take a lot longer to basically get into the folders, I guess. And let's see, I have a RAID file with I think it was 2 terabytes each. So I have about 6 total, 6 terabytes total on that RAID, which is almost full. But going back to the shares here, not the shares. Okay, now I'm done with the SMB. So next thing you want to do is you want to make a user, which I already did. Oh, don't forget to check this to apply the changes. If not, you got to start over. Okay, so let's go back to services real quick. And the shares and browsable. Okay, so that should be it for the setup. I already have the accounts, so let me go to the NAS. Now I need to put in the account. I'm trying to remember what I made. I think it was my name. And I think that's it. I don't want you to remember it. But there we go. Let's go to FTP. So I got some old files there. Manuals, HD images. So everything is there as it was before. These are all files from that, from my old site or my blog. So basically it took me longer to set everything back up because the USB stick wasn't getting done properly. So I ended up using not Balena, but what was the other one? I can't find it here. Let me go to downloads. And I'll show you right now. Rufus, that's what I ended up using, and that has worked pretty well. And also, depending if it's in your own NAS, try to use the rear USB port. For some reason, the front ones don't seem to like this much, or you just never boot it correctly. So after making the boot disk, install the NAS, and then you have to set up your drives like we just did, and that's pretty much it. So now it's time to go figure out what I need to do here. But I hope that helps. I know it was a long video, but I didn't want to go through all the install and all that. You can figure that on your own. Those are pretty straightforward. But I wanted to go more into this part where you get your drives back, because this is literally the second or third time I had to redo this because of the other issues I had. So now everything's up and running and I can continue working. So, well, that's pretty much it for now. And don't mind all the mess because I just tried different things on here.